Watch and see how we recover data from this Acer Switch computer. We don't get too many of these very often. This one's a pretty unique case. Our customer told us that there's an SSD that's built into the computer, and there's also a removable hard drive under the keyboard. We were able to test the hard drive. It was the D drive partition that actually had no files ever saved to it. And our customer told us their desktop and documents and pictures were built in on the embedded eMMC memory chip. So this computer actually doesn't power on. So we're going to try and remove the memory chip and read it to see how the data recovery goes. So watch along to see what the process looks like. First step will be for us to actually locate the eMMC chip on the logic board. Then we're going to try and remove it. But before we do that, we need to heat up the printed circuit board to prevent chip shock and damaging the chip itself. Once we've removed the memory chip, we let it cool down as it's very, very hot. The next step is to actually clean the chip and to make sure that it's nice and clean, so when we put it in a chip reader, it reads correctly. Now we like to take measurements so we can pick the right chip reader. This one measures 11 by 13 millimeters. Now we have the right chip reader for it. We'll try and plug it into the USB port of our computer to see if the chip is readable. It's not reading, and the way we can tell is our chip reader has a green light and it's not flashing. So we're going to try and reball the chip and try and recondition it to try it again. So watch how we actually go through the reballing process. This process may be very time consuming, and we have to do it without any distractions to make sure we do it carefully. In this case, after this process was completed, we try to put the chip in the chip reader again, and this time we have success. The green light's flashing and we can actually access the data on it. Our standard data recovery process is to make an image or a sector by sector clone of the contents of the memory chip, and then using data recovery software, save all the files and folders to a USB hard drive. This is what we call a chip off recovery. It's actually kind of fun for our technicians to work on, but it is very time consuming. If you have any questions, leave a comment on this video.